This episode of the podcast is brought to you by yours truly. If you'd like to be a sponsor of this podcast and future episodes, go ahead and email us at itscoronatime@91btv.com. Hello, people of the world and podcast fam. My name is Kevin Jackson, and welcome to the 16th episode of It's Corona Time. It has been pretty much a year. 2021. We're back for 2022 here with the podcast. Hopefully there'll be one every week or at least every month, bringing it back to you. Today we have a special guest, and it's my cousin Travis here.
Yo.
So we're just, we're going to be chopping it up, talking about all different types of topics. But first of all, man, just like tell the people, no, you can't really do it for this question, because honestly, I usually ask people tell us who you are and then like a little bit about yourself. But I don't know if people just know you're my cousin. So, I mean, you can go ahead, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. Well, my name is Travis, as you know, your cousin. A little bit about myself. I am 30. Dang, how old am I? 31? 31 years old. I work for the post office. And, I'm on my grind, looking to make some money and, trying to inspire to be better every day.
Most definitely. That's all good things. All good things. Things that, we should usually be doing in our lives, right? Grinding, trying to live for more or less, for experiences.
Right.
For experiences, living every day better than what it was the day before.
Right.
So just a little bit about him. Like I said, he's my cousin, ever since he used to babysit me back in the day.
From yay high.
We lived all over. We lived out here, right here in this in the Riverside County. And then we used to live in Orange County, and for a while San Bernardino County, at least him. But
right.
I used to be still staying there. So really, I've just been a part of my life this whole time, seen us grow, and seen me grow, and seen him grow too, because a lot has happened in his life, and it's crazy, like to think about like a life and like how many years and how many experiences and things you have been on, and and just reflecting back or just seeing how you grow as a person is just amazing to see.
And that's with anybody though, man, because seeing me grow, but then seeing you grow, you know what I'm saying? Like physically too. Like I'm looking at him.
I'm taller, but
right. I was like when I asked you earlier, like, damn, dude, are you still growing? Like, how fucking tall are you? Oh, my bad. Am I able to curse?
Yeah,
all right. but yeah, I was like, dude, how tall are you? Like what are you taller than me? Like, this is crazy. Like, but yeah, man, I mean, everyone's going to go through their own, their own journey, and, it's like you gonna have your own life experiences. It's gonna shape you, and how I have my own life experiences, it's gonna shape me. So, but yeah, I mean that's the crazy part for sure. So
it's just that I've been thinking about that a lot lately too, because I'm graduating in May, right?
Oh, there we go, Mr. College graduated. All right.
Has to go though. But
right.
Just thinking about like how much I've changed from back when I started college in 2016, seeing how much I've grown and seeing how much the world has changed around me.
Right,
we're living through a pandemic right now.
Right.
2016 was the height of music. No, I'm just kidding. A lot of fire albums dropped that year though, bro.
2016.
Drake be dropping. J. Cole was dropping.
Okay, you did some fire albums. J. Cole and Drake. Kendrick was probably out then. 2016. So you talking 2016. We were in 2022. I can't remember who the heck dropped in 2016.
It was a little something for me.
Right.
It was 4 months of vacation before I started school.
Right.
So I was literally working at the buy, my first job there, and just like taking it all in, taking the summer in as an adult, as a high school graduate, preparing for the real world. I mean, at least part of it, of course. After college, that's gonna be, it's gonna be like, I feel like a quarter life shift. You know what I'm saying? About to, almost 25. So I mean, shoot.
Right. Yeah,
I feel like it's like a quarter life shift.
You're an adult when your car insurance goes down.
You got me there, bro.
Right.
When I can finally rent a car without no
Right.
adult fee.
Right.
And I'm just like, damn, yo, like it's coming up quick. I'm gonna have to search for a full-time job. I'm gonna have to, if a job offer is far away, I'm gonna have to get a place out there. I don't want to. Gotta stack my bread. I mean, it's important to do that, and plus my mom needs help, so that'll be good to support her.
Right.
And I got loans to pay off. So these are things that I'm just thinking of.
Now you're thinking about. Right. Now it's coming closer.
It is. Like my manager asked me the other day, we sat down and stuff, and he's like, so like when you graduating, like what's your plan after that? A little bit, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna, of course, not gonna stay at the gym forever. Right. But I'm just like,
what is your plan?
Honestly, bro, I still don't have something concrete yet. I have a rough estimate, but it's not until the spring career fair, which is in February, where I'm starting, sending out all the applications and stuff like that to really see what I want back. But what I would like to do is, go to school for computer engineering. I would like to work at a company, a technology company or somewhere in that space, doing either technical sales. So basically, being the middleman between the sales, the customers and the engineers. Telling them, okay, this customer needs this to work. Can you build that? Or like we have this solution available. Can you sell out to the customer? And because of my tech knowledge, I'm able to work with them for both sides on that level.
Can't go wrong with sales for sure.
But it'll be more like technical support help, but also sales, like consulting.
Okay, got you. Okay.
Or I would go more into hardware design, which is what I liked out of computer engineering.
Isn't a lot of that craft in like the Valley?
It is. It is.
So you'd be in LA, kind of that general area.
Oh, I thought you meant Silicon Valley.
Yes. Where's Silicon? Silicon Valley's going. It's like north of LA, right?
Bay Area. Yeah.
Silicon Valley's way up there?
Yeah.
I don't know why I always thought Silicon Valley was like Six Flags.
Like that's what they call it, the San Fernando Valley.
Okay, all right. It's one of the valleys. Right.
A valley,
right. Okay.
15 miles is a valley.
Right. Okay. All right. Then I
can't see no valleys when there's buildings and cities.
Right. All right.
Yeah, that's what they call it. So the Bay Area is more Silicon Valley. But I would like to work more in hardware. So like hardware design, microcontrollers, microcomputers, things of that nature. What goes into your Fire Stick? What goes into your
to your phone.
What goes into medical
really anything.
devices.
Right. Okay.
So and that's one of my classes where I'm taking to more focus on that too. So either one of those sides, but I can basically do anything. I even have to do something that's too technical, and I can do something that's really technical. Just something that like more applicable to me and something I can actually succeed in.
Gotcha.
I don't want to go too hardcore, and I'm like, man. Like, I don't feel like I know the knowledge or have the knowledge that these other engineers have. But I also don't want to do something too novice that's like, why didn't need to go to school for that?
Right,
Went to school for so long for that.
Right.
For the job, I would love to work at home, remote. I mean, my internship during the summer was hard, working 40 hours. Because, it's a
guy.
It's
40 hours. That's a standard work week.
Gen Zs out here, you know what I'm saying?
Gen Zs, boy.
I like my time. I like to value my time.
Right, yes.
I put time pretty much over anything.
Which I'm starting to understand now. You know what's funny? I was just talking to my boy about that, right? Like, I think for myself, I grew up in an age of where I'm old enough to see the hard work of the baby boomer age. Like, people like my dad or like my mom who... Like, they believed in go to work, get you a federal job, go to school and, work for the one company for 40 years and retire and get a certificate for 40 years worth of service. And hopefully you can buy the white picket fence house and live the American dream. And then you look at like, millennials and like Gen Zs and like, your guys' age. And it's like, wait, you made $1 million off of crypto? Wait, what? Hold on, you made how much off of NFT digital art? Like, where you want to work from? Where you want to work from home? Like, like that's a real thing now. You know what I'm saying? People can legitimately work from home. Like people legitimately make millions of dollars off of crypto, you know? So I understand the baby boomers and the importance of hard
Of
work
course,
and
yeah. I
like
still think it's necessary for
right
that, but
and
I just
grinding, but I respect where your guys' generation, it's like, you know what, that's not the way anymore. There's that the way of, but pardon my French, but busting your ass to work 60-hour work weeks to retire in the golden ages, and that's when you're supposed to live your best life. Like that's not it. That's, you know, there's better alternatives out there. So like I'm glad, at least for myself, that I was born in that little mix, because I don't think I could be how you guys are, but I don't know if I can stick to one company for like 40 years and just, you know, just you get your 20-cent raise at the end of the year, and you know it's like that's not the move. So you know, I can understand both for sure. So
no, I feel that, man. I feel I understand my generation's like, you know, worth ethic on like time too, but some of them are really crazy. Like we don't want to work at all. We want to do things. I'm like, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
Some of them are like,
right.
actually, I'm gonna be a landlord living in my own place
Right.
among other people and make
Right.
money that way. I
Right.
think it's kind of smart. But then I'm like,
You said be a landlord?
yeah.
Oh, you mean house hacking?
So, yeah, house
Okay,
hacking. Yeah,
right.
yeah,
That
yeah,
is
yeah.
smart. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Sometimes if you I don't know, sometimes it could work, sometimes it can't. But I think that these new ways of trying to make work easier, or
Yeah.
I don't think get
Work
rich
smarter,
quick.
not harder.
Yeah, work smarter,
Right.
not harder. I don't
Right.
think, you know, crazy get rich quick schemes are gonna work most of the time. You know, sometimes they do.
Right.
Crypto does work, but
Right.
it's a slow game. It's a slow game too.
Yeah, faster than stocks.
Yeah.
More volatile than stocks, for
Definitely,
sure.
right? More risk involved,
Right,
higher the
right.
risk, higher the reward.
The reward, right,
So,
right.
at least for me, I want to be in that more middle section where it's like, okay, I want to be able to work from home. I'm okay with working 40 hours. It was tough after doing internship, but I feel like, I mean, that's what I'm gonna have to get used to
Right,
anyway.
right.
I just would like to work from home, and then after I save my money, then travel with
Right,
that too. I mean, I think. I don't know why. I think it's ever since I got my car. My mom bought my car for me, which is cheap, by the way. No, it's not expensive. You know, 1999 Toyota Camry. That thing's still going in
Gets
good
you
shape.
from A to
Thank
B,
God.
man. That's all that matters.
Hey, A to B,
Yeah,
bro.
A to
Ever
B.
since I got that, I'm like, I've been trying to roam free. Like, I've been trying to like
right.
go on trips, go on
right.
adventures, you know, travel. And it's like I've been watching so many YouTube videos about van life, about car life. Just like, okay, how do I live on the road? Like, what do I eat? How do like
right.
I've been reading Reddit threads about it. Some people are like, oh, I do this because I'm broke. And some
right.
people are like, you know what? I just want to go to national parks and hike and camp and
Right,
stuff like that.
right.
You know, so that's something that I would like to do too, because
yeah.
like there's so much that God made out here.
There's
so
much to
experience,
see.
you know?
Dude, I was just telling Veronica's niece this yesterday, right? Like, you know, the topic got on to like, she was talking about like boys, and I was just like, my personal opinion too, being young, and even to like, to anybody, like, I feel like you should experience the world first before settling down, before dealing with relationships, before like, dude, this is such a big world. Like all the places you can see, all the places you can travel to, like, you know, and the example I gave was when we went to Paris. The Eiffel Tower means nothing to me. Don't know who built it. Doesn't matter. But seeing it in person, it was just like, this is the Eiffel Tower. Like, you know, see the Mona Lisa, same thing. Like, it's a painting. Like, to me, it was just like, oh, well, like, it's just the Mona Lisa. But being there, really seeing it in real life, like, I was like a giddy little schoolgirl. I was like, it's the Mona Lisa. Like, you know, I was hyped seeing this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, from places, even down to like, you know, I mean, if you've never been to Vegas, like, you know, yes, Vegas is a hop, skip, and a step from us, you know, here in California. But imagine if you lived on the East Coast to go to a place like Vegas or like San Diego or, you know, for us, like Miami, you know, New York or, you know, like all those places. Like this is such a big world, dude. Like there's so much to see, so much to like, you know, when you can literally talk to different creeds, races, ethnicities, like eat different foods. Like, dude, I ate snails. Never in my life could you tell me, if I was a kid and someone was like, hey, one day you're going to eat snails, I'd be like, yeah, all right. Like, yeah, I bet I am going to eat snails. Yeah, all right, I bet, But, like, to me, it was like, when in Rome, why not? And like, it was good. Like, it was actually, like, I was like, okay, like, it wasn't, do you like mushrooms?
I can eat them, yeah.
It tastes like a garlic mushroom.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you like garlic, season your food with garlic salt.
Yeah.
And if you like the texture of a mushroom, it tasted like a garlic mushroom.
Okay.
So that, like, it wasn't bad. But, like, just to say that experience in itself, like, that's something I'll never forget. Like, dude, I ate snails before. Where'd you eat snails? Oh, I ate snails in Paris. Like, dude, that there's just, I don't know, like, that's the one thing I will say, man, like, experiences. So that I will agree with you on.
It probably would go time, experiences, memories for me. Out of like the most important things, at least, like, of course not people, but objects or things to me, because time, that always goes. I mean,
Can't get
that back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Experiences, those are things that teach you.
Right.
It's not knowledge from a book.
Right.
You're actually going out there.
Right.
And then memories too, because those memories can feed you to keep going.
Yeah.
You reminded you of those times before that came before.
I would add money at the bottom. I would have money at the bottom.
Hey, money's gonna help you get out of places.
Right. Don't forget the bread now, because it's like, yes, time, you can never get your time back. So yes, that's at the top of the list. Experiences, memories kind of go hand in hand.
Okay.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Right? I think so. They kind of go hand in hand.
They do.
But sometimes you need some, and I'm not saying that you can't do it the backpacking way and, do it the most cost-effective way.
No, I would rather, of course, you would rather have money when doing those things.
Right.
I remember when I went to San Francisco, I went on vacation, my first vacation I ever went to. I went to San Francisco back in 2017. I was broke.
Right.
I had to call mom, hey, I need some money. Yo.
Right.
I'm up here and I'm like, I gotta take the bus.
Oh, yeah. Right.
It was bad. I was like, can you send me like $50 for break?
Let me get back. I just want to come back home.
And then I remember when I went on vacation, during the pandemic, when I went to Washington and Utah.
Yeah.
I was rich then. I had money stacked.
Right.
You had me set. But
Right.
I didn't. I felt good. Like, I could actually
it's a different
eat out.
vacation.
I didn't actually spend a lot of money, which is great too.
Right.
I saved most of it.
But it's a difference when you know that you have it.
Right.
Right.
I don't gotta be like, oh, okay, I can't do this place, or I can't do this. I can't eat this on the menu.
Because there's certain experiences that, I mean, it's sad to say, but there's certain experience, it's just going to cost you money. It is what it is. Like, if you went to Washington, D.C., some museums probably ain't free. Some parks probably ain't free. Whatever experience that you want to do, maybe it's not free. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you can ride your bike through Central Park in New York. Yes, that's going to be a free experience. But if you want to go see the Eiffel Tower, or this, not Eiffel Tower, the Statue of Liberty, that's going to cost you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I definitely agree with you, how you said, like, time, experiences, and memory,
and then money.
Get you the bag. Get you some money, because that's going to make you, allow you to do all of those things. So
yeah, like I was saying, like, I think about, like, the remote work, it'll be beautiful for that. Yeah, so, like, I'll be okay with, like, moving to, like, the Bay Area, or, like, not the Bay itself because it's too expensive, but a little bit, like, away from it.
Dude, up there is crazy expensive, dude.
Yeah. Take a train or something.
California in general is expensive, but
Texas too, Austin, Texas. It's a real big hub that's going up.
Right.
Too. So I would love to live those places, or to travel around after I stack my bread for a year or two.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really what I would love to do. But the thing in the back of my mind is like, okay, yes, I could apply for those jobs. I could do that. But would I want to take a break right after school and maybe just chill for a second. Maybe just calm down from the 6 years of continuous, not even 6 years. I've been doing school since I was K.
Right,
K through 12, right? All the way there. Give myself a whole break. You know what I'm saying? Whether that's 3 months, 6 months, not a year, year's too much. But like 6 months break to just chill, relax.
See, that's the baby boomer in you. Cause I'd be, or the Gen Z, I'd be damned if I had a year break where I could just sit on my ass.
Oh, no, I would. I end up like most of my coworkers. I worked at the Dubai and just stayed there. They didn't finish school.
Right.
Or they finished school and just stayed there. And it was just like, I don't really want to use my degree, but you could still apply for a different place. This is not going to be a long thing. You work your way up. So it's like, but for me, I just that's on the back of my mind. It's like maybe I could, just chill for a second. Maybe do like a trip or two with the money that I had saved up. Do something, and then, find a job. But then I think about it at the same time. At the same time I think about this, I'm like, most of my friends didn't even get a job right after college anyway. It took them 6 months. So I could just keep applying in that time. Whatever God calls out to me, I'll get back the offer letter. And whether that's 3 months after, right after 3 months, 6 months, then we'll take it from there. Right. But that's my plan that I have in my back of my mind too.
Oh, okay.
I mean, for after graduation.
Right.
But just thinking about like how everything has been was just crazy, and we're coming down to the finish line, which I'm really happy about. May 22nd, bro.
Right here.
That's the day. Sunday, May 22nd.
Right.
I gotta request that day off.
Right. Imagine they're like, you're declined. Like,
hey,
right. Like, dude.
Can't go to your graduation.
Right.
How
Like,
you feel?
yeah.
I feel bad.
Right. Like, that's called your job declined you for your own graduation. Sorry, we need you. No vacation hours. So
that's tough.
But yeah, man.
So man, we're here at your new place, man.
Yeah.
It's been a minute. You were in a transition year last year, man. And I do want to say though, I do want to thank you for your time, bro.
Right.
Just thank you for actually being there for that year, bro. Because I really think that you being there for, in that space was just like really helping me grow as a man.
Right.
I didn't really have a father figure in my life.
Right.
Bro. We all know, like, look at me now. I'm looking a little bit better here. You know what I'm saying? Eyebrows done, beard done, hair a little bit retwisted. You feel me? Denim jacket, jeans, new shoes. So I'm listening for the best. Cologne. So the things you teach me, like it is going to come into my head. Like sometimes it might come through one ear, go out the other. Right. At the moment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'll not be able to do it at the moment, but I do take it and I always listen.
Right.
And I'll implement it if I can.
Right.
Cleaning the room, just basic things.
Basic stuff. Right.
But one of them that really took on was the investing, man, or just getting your money right. At the beginning of 2021, I was like, hey man, like the credit card's gonna be paid off. We're gonna start like a savings account. You know what I'm saying? And even though the credit cards did get powered on for a minute, my bank account was still there, saved up. I just always had $1,000 in my bank account. Right. Never went below that.
Right.
And that was something that you preached. You were like, how many Americans have $1,000 in their savings account?
Not much.
No.
Not much, man. And that was the one thing, dude. Like, I remember when I used to work for the bank, and it was like, you'd see the kid pulling up in like a Benz or a new Lexus or a Jag, and you're like you can't flex on me because I'm looking at your bank account. Like, I know how much your paychecks are. I know what you do for work. I know that your check was $500. I know that the second that your car payment comes out, you're back to broke. I know that your account's in the negatives right now. So all the flexing, all the gold chains, all the new rims, all the stunting on the gram, I know that most people live 99.9% of people live paycheck to paycheck. I know that. Because 99.9% of people want to spend money that they don't have, get into credit card debt, and try to buy things to impress people that just they don't matter. And we've all heard the sayings. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm saying something that you've never heard before. Like, people buy things to impress people that don't matter. You know what I'm saying? That's a real thing. And this comes from someone who worked in a bank that's seen the way people spend their money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I watched, like, I'll never forget it. I remember it was this kid, right? It was a Jag in particular, right? And he came in. He's like, man, I just bought this brand new Jag, and I'm looking at his account. I'm like, you can't afford that Jag. That's what I'm thinking in my head. Like, you can't afford that. And I'm not gonna knock a man in his hustle. You know what I'm saying? Like, get it how you live. Like, yes,
But be realistic.
But be realistic. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and say that, like, I like the finer things in life too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I drive a Lexus. So yes, I do like nice things. But at the end of the day, it's like, before I drove a Lexus, I drove a Honda. So, and before that, I drove a Toyota. You know what I'm saying? So there's levels to this. I didn't just straight jump to, all right, let me just go buy the most expensive thing on the lot. Like, that doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Or like the one I was telling you about with the kid who got the life insurance check.
That's what I was about to
Yeah.
say. Yeah,
So,
that one, man.
Dude, literally, like, it was like $200,000. And I get it. If to the average person, if you never had money, let alone $200,000, you're gonna spend some. It's just it's human nature. If I gave you $200,000 right now, your instinct is like, oh well, I want to buy a new camera, or I want to buy a new car, I want some new shoes, I want some new clothes. Whatever your heart desires, because you've never had that amount of money. And he'd come in, and every time he said, oh, let me take out $5,000. And I was like, okay, cool. Your money. Spend it. Like, I get it. You're gonna spend your money on something. Came in a couple days later. Let me take out another $7,000. Like, okay. Said nothing to him. Here you go. Came a couple days later. Let me take out another $3,000. Now I'm asking him, like, hey, bro, what you spending your money on, man? Like, what you getting? Like, oh, some clothes. I'm like, clothes, right? Like, he pulled out like another $5,000. I'm like, thinking to myself, like, $5,000, and I'm no one to judge. Like, you gonna wear what you wear, but it wasn't like he was getting high fashion, some Prada, some Gucci, Louis, Fendi, Prada. Like, it was like Famous Stars and Stripes and FUBU. Like you're about to spend $5,000 on clothes. Okay. But I get it. You've never had money. You're going to spend some. Yeah. He came in a couple weeks later, like, oh, let me take out $7,000. Now I'm talking to him because he's young. He's a young kid, right? I'm like, hey, man, like, you might want to, put some of that money away. Like, you eventually you want to buy a house, right? Eventually you're gonna want to buy a nice car. I'm pretty sure your pops wanted you to, he didn't want you to splurge all this money away. Let's talk to a financial advisor. Let's put half of it away. You had $200,000, put $100,000, put it in like a decent growth index fund, and just let it grow. 8%, something to just give you something back. You know what I'm saying? And just let it sit for the next 10 years. See where you're at. Buy a house cash, right? Oh yeah, I'll talk to him. I'm like, okay. Came in and he was like, let me take out $7,000. Right? I'm like, okay, what you getting? I'm buying a dirt bike. Okay. Gave him his money. Next time he came in, I'm like, came in the very next day, like, let me take out another $7,000. I'm like, what you buying now? I'm buying my homie a dirt bike. Now I'm talking to him again, like, hey, bro, the financial advisor, he's here. Let's talk to him. Let's, he just put some of his money away. Oh, yeah, I'll talk to him next time. And he just kept coming in until eventually, nothing. I never saw him again. That's most people when it comes to money. If you never had it, you don't know how to manage it. So if you know how to manage a little bit, you'll be successful when you have a lot of it. If you can't manage, why do you think all them lottery players go broke?
Yeah.
Why do you think all them football players and them basketball players, and you think in your head, right, where you're like if I had that much money, I'd never go broke. Yeah, you would. If you're broke now, you're gonna be broke then. You're gonna be broke then. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, if you ain't got money now, there's a reason. Dude, we live in America, one of the wealthiest countries in the world. Mm-hmm. your base salary is more than most countries make. So by default, you're quote unquote rich. So if you can't handle your rich American lifestyle money, how can you manage it when you actually get it? You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, I mean, that's the one thing I'll tell anybody, dude. Like, your age, my age, young, old, one, invest your money, save some money. Don't keep all your money in your savings account. Like, you lose it to inflation, especially nowadays. Especially nowadays, you losing it to inflation. I don't know, start a business, something, but just make sure that you're investing it. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, what's better or what's worse, whether it's stocks, whether it's real estate, whether it's crypto, whether it's shoes, whether it's NFTs. Like, dude, there's so many ways to invest your money. If you know the game of, if you know that game, if you know the stock game, invest in stocks. If you know the real estate game, invest in real estate. If you know NFTs, like, people make money off NFTs. I got a homeboy, Dre. Yeah, like, well, Dre, he invests in shoes. Like I was looking at a shoe collection the other day. I'm like, bro, you have shoes from like high school that still look good. Like, bro, all my high school shoes are long gone. Like, he's like, man, that's an investment. Like, dude, people will still buy these. They're in good condition. Like, why not? They're in the box. I got the original box. Like, they're clean. I put brand new laces in them. They're good to go. You know what I'm saying? So, like, dude, whatever game you choose to invest in, like, I just study that game and park your money someplace. But don't park your money in all your money in a savings account. So yeah, that's a foolish game for sure.
Especially when a savings account you be parking your money in is 0.001 interest.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what I was like saying, talking to my homie yesterday about it. He was like saying that he had like $3,000 in his account, and I was like, bro, you know how much money you could be making right now? Like, that, like, you're gonna lose that to inflation.
Off 3Gs.
Yeah,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, the price of Little Caesars pizza went up to $5.55. Thinking Dollar Tree is
up, right? It ain't like, $1 no more. right.
And it's like, yeah, you might think that like that's a lot of money, but then like 6 months, a year from now, as the money stays there, it's not growing. Yeah. It's getting smaller because things are raising.
Are going up.
That value of money is just gonna be like gas. You think about your parents or grandparents talking about how gas was like $1.
You know what's funny with that? Like, I'll never forget my dad. Right, this is when we were still in the apartments, and I remember he turned on the news once, and I'm probably like 8, and I don't know why. Like, I always remembered him doing this. Like, remember, gas just hit like $2, and he was livid. He was like, "Gas is $2 a gallon. Like, what is this coming to? $2? Wow. Like, what I wouldn't give for $2 a gallon, like, to fill up for $15. Like, what? Like what? Like 50, dude. What I would give to have $2 a gallon." Dude, I just filled up, and it wasn't Costco gas. It cost me $77.
It cost me $70 today, bro.
Right.
At Sam's Club.
Right. So
I was like, my car is like 18 gallons.
You got an 18-gallon tank? See, yeah, mine's 14. Mine's a 14-gallon tank.
18,
right.
On how much I'm trying to.
Right. Have you read that last guy? Right. Right. And it's kind of, I always try to get like the when I pump it, I'm like, I have to get it at an even number, and if I don't, then I keep going until I get to like let's say if I want $60 even, right? I'm like $59.80, $59.90, $59.95, $97, $98. Damn, $60.01. Nah, let's do 60, 50, and 50 cents. I'll go all the way up. And if I pass 50 cents, then all right, screw it. 61. Like, I got to get on that even number.
I'll be doing that when I'm just feeling like when I got to go to like a quick gas station. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I got to put 15 in. I got to put like 10 in. Then I'll be doing that.
Right.
Filling up, just fill this bitch up, man. I was so mad, bro, because cost me 67 last time. So now it's 70. I'm like, man. Like, this inflation really hitting. But it's funny you bring that up, because to me, gas prices has been pretty, like, has fluctuated regularly. So it's like in the summer it's like $4, and then in winter it's like 3 something.
Right.
I'm like, okay, like that's reasonable.
Right.
I don't think that's due to inflation. That's just due to
Just regular gas prices, right?
But now you bringing it up that it was it hit $2 then when you were that young.
Right.
Jeez,
Right.
Yeah, it really is going.
Yeah,
What's gonna be 7 soon?
Right.
It's like,
Yeah.
That's crazy to me.
You know,
like,
dude. I just where was I at? I was at Vons, dude. $100 worth of stuff.
Yeah, used to be so much.
2 bags. $100 worth of stuff got me 2 bags. I remember going to Winko's back in the day. $100 was my whole cart. Like, dude, you filled up. I'm shoving food away for $100 back then. Now, $2, 2 little bags, and it wasn't even. It was like toothpaste, like detergent, just random household necessities. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was like a quick. Hey, I just got out the gym. Like, I just want to get some real quick. Like, I just went. Oh, I need some deodorant real quick. Oh, some toothpaste. Quick little thing to make some food. $100. I was like, dude, how am I spending $100 off of a 15-minute trip to the store? Like, dude, yes, your money. If your money's sitting in the bank, dude, you're losing. It's just, it is what it is. And I'm not saying not to keep an emergency fund. No, like, course, you know, in the famous words of Dave Ramsey, to have an emergency fund, you know, but at the end of the day, like, dude, the majority of your money should not be in a savings account, you know, or like.
Or it should be in a high interest savings account, or CD, or in stocks, or in crypto, like you just said.
CDs,
Like, you can't take it out, or what? Because it's not even good percentage. Like,
one is still not a good percentage, and then 2, the fee that you'll end up paying, if you were to take it out, you'd end up losing more money than what you even gained. Yeah. So, you know, to me, if I'm gonna tie up my money for long periods of time, it's gonna be in real estate. That's the only thing, and that's not even really tied up, because you can always, you know, you can pull the money out. There's just ways to pull the money out. But yeah, like, I don't believe in CDs. Savings accounts, yes, you should have some form of a savings. High interest savings accounts are better, you know, all the stigmas of high interest savings accounts, right? It's like, yes, they don't have a brick and mortar. They don't have like a physical location, but in all honesty, like, do you really need to go into a bank? Like, you know, and then if you needed money, just transfer it to your bank and then just pull it out. What's the difference?
That's exactly what I'm doing. Like I said, in January 2021, I started off with an investment account. Mm-hmm. You were talking about Robinhood, but I really wanted to. That was during a time where GameStop was going crazy.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And I really wanted somebody that wasn't going to slap my hand if I really wanted to get in a big business like that. Everybody was doing it, except for a few people.
Yes.
Some few people wasn't as bad as it was.
Yeah.
But doing that, pretty much everyone's going to shut down.
I think Robinhood. I'm not going to say that's the best trading platform. Like, I use Robinhood. It's not my primary. You know, I think for beginners, they give it like a very beginner feel to it. So I think that's the reason why I did recommend Robinhood.
Yeah, of course, I'm not knocking it. Yeah.
Right, but there's definitely better. You know, TD Ameritrade, E-Trade. What would you get? What was it? Charles Schwab.
Yeah.
That's a little high tech for me, but I didn't even know. I mean, yeah, but
Did you know that Charles Schwab actually bought TD Ameritrade?
I didn't. No, I didn't. So, but yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot better trading platforms. I think for the basic beginner, Robinhood's gonna work fine. You know, you have the Robinhoods, you have the what are these new ones? Weebles, and you know,
Weeble,
all those,
E-Trade,
right? All those are gonna work fine. I mean, you know, it's the whole concept of investing. If you can find, and I'm not telling people to do single stocks. I think you should. You know, my personal opinion. And if this ever reaches Dave Ramsey, I'm gonna look in the camera. This ever reaches Dave Ramsey, I'm sorry, but I think people should do single stocks. But I think it's smarter to do if you're not the type that's gonna do your due diligence. If you're not the type that's gonna look into these companies and really like learn your analytics and like read about candles and learn how it works. And if you don't have the time, if you're just like, dude, look, I just want to invest my money. I don't have time to really be single picking stocks. 2 things I'm going to recommend. Either just don't do it and invest in ETFs, mutual funds. Or if you are going to pick single stocks, really invest in companies that you use every day. Like the first stock I ever bought was Apple. Like, and the only reason I did it, I was working at AT&T at the time, and I just remember seeing like, okay, people are coming in and they're buying one of two phones, either a Samsung or an iPhone. Rarely you'd get, the in betweens. There's other phones out there, but it was Samsung or Apple. And then I noticed, I looked at myself like, okay, I got the brand new iPhone. Well, I got an iWatch. Well, I have earpods. Well, I have an iPad. I want an iMac. Like, and I'm selling these people on the same exact stuff. And I'm like, dude, like, this is a lot in Apple. Then I started looking at their stocks. At the time, it was like $130, which is, I mean, it's at that now, to be honest. Well, now I'm lying. Now it's like 170 something, but but not too long ago, it was like 140 something. But when I got in back in like, I don't know, 2019, 2018, it was going for like 130 something a share. And just every check, I was like, I'll buy a little bit. I'll buy one or two. Got paid again. I'll buy another one or two. Then I started like, well, I work for AT&T. I'll buy a couple here too. And that was it. And then all of a sudden I started just doing my research, like looking at people online, like learning about charts and learning about like really reading into this company, like what was it? I think it was Warren Buffett. Like he said, don't quote me, but he said something along the lines of like, he was talking about Coca-Cola, right? And he was like, Coca-Cola is a company where they sell, I don't know, 50 billion units a year, right? If Coca-Cola literally raised their price by 1 penny, how many millions of dollars extra is Coke going to make that year? From 1 penny, they increased it. That's all it would take. And he was like, do you think Coca-Cola's going out of business if they raise their product by 1 penny? Like, and it was just like, boom, like, you know what? You're right. They're not going out of business. I started thinking about Apple. Like, dude, most people have an iPhone, Like, I'm not saying everybody, but most people have an iPhone. Yeah. Most people are going to have Samsung. Most people, what do you have on your feet? Nikes? Checks over stripes. What do you got? Nikes or Adidas? Like, okay, if you like Nikes, invest in Nikes. If you like, invest in the companies that you're truly using every day, because you're going to know. You're going to know the trends. You're going to know as a person whether Jordans are no longer the new shoe. And maybe Yeezys have officially taken over Jordans and no one's buying Nikes anymore. You're going to know that. And if you know that, then guess what's happening to the stock prices? You know what I'm saying? Guess what's happening to that company as a whole? But if the new Jordan 1s just came out and everybody and their mama's rushing to go get them and Nike's still the number one shoe, Nike's probably going to be a pretty steady company to invest in. So I'm not going to sit here and tell people not to invest in single picks or single stocks, because that's where the money's at. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't have the time, then yeah, do ETFs. There's plenty of them out there. If you want a basic one, do SPY. Like, it just copies S&P 500. Whatever that's doing, if it's going up, cool, you made money. If it's going down, sorry, you lost money. But over the course of ever, like, the stock market has relatively, I think, what is it? I think it's only went down. Don't quote me. I think it's like 2 years in the 90-something year history of the stock market. The stock market has only been on a downward trend for like 2 years out of like 90-something years. Wow. So it's like better than putting your money in a savings account. That's for sure. So, but yeah, I think that's the one thing I'll tell anybody, man. Get you a bag, get you some money. Like, you'll feel there's a difference between when you get a flat tire and you have flat tire money in your bank.
Yep, you said that, yep.
It sucks. Yeah, no one wants to get a flat tire. I don't care how much money you got. No one wants a flat tire. But when you could get a flat tire, buy a brand new tire, and it's just like, whatever. Like, it sucks. I didn't want to have to pay that, but I have it. That's a very different feeling. When you have emergency money, that's a very different feeling. You know what I'm saying? Get you a bag. Like, You know, stack your money, save, invest, put this money away. Like, you know, this new trend. Like, I'm not even gonna call it a trend because honestly, NFTs and this metaverse and all this is gonna be here to stay.
I'm actually confused about the NFT
I'm
stuff.
very confused myself, but but
I've been seeing some things on Twitter of people making money and people like supporting and tweets for it. I don't even do my research on that, but I'm just like one at a time. Let's go.
One at a time, right? Yeah. I'm like, dude.
I'm now in crypto again. Let me go up.
Dude, NFTs is I own one, and it's an album, and it was a Tory Lanez album, and I was like, he sold it for $1, like super smart marketing, right? He made 1 million copies, sold all of them for $1, sold out in like seconds.
He did.
Yeah, sold out in seconds.
This man made money.
Made $1 million. It was like, don't quote me, I think it was under a minute. Like it was under a minute, and he sold out. Boom, made $1 million. And what you can do with these NFTs, you can literally like, let's say he's like, okay, well, since I'm the original artist that created this, anytime someone sells it, I want 10% off of the sale of the resale of my album. So now I bought it for $1. He got $1. But I sold it to you for $10. Now he got 10% off of that.
Wait, what?
Now you sold it to Ricky for $100. Now he gets 10% off of that. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's all in the contract. So I mean, depend.
I don't even know.
Right. It all like I'm not saying that's specifically what it is or what he did, but that's the concept.
Possible, yeah.
Right. It's possible. You know, or NFTs just in general, just the art in general. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm the expert of NFTs. Put me in the stock and real estate world, like you know that I can talk to you about. NFTs, it's gonna be here to stay. It's gonna be here to stay. Your generation is gonna make sure of that for sure.
That sounds like acting. Like for example, like you in a TV show and you get fees, licensing fees. They charge licensing fees for that, and you get a cut. Like syndication payouts. So like every time this airs on another
it's like royalties.
Network,
royalties. Right.
See, I was looking for that one.
Right.
That's what it was.
Right.
Royalties for that. Yeah. So dang.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's
dope.
You can do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to sit here and dive into NFTs.
No.
Honestly, can I couldn't tell you what's like a good. Like what's this new? There's this new one, right? It's like a picture of a monkey, right? That's apparently the new hot thing. Leave it to me. I'm like, like, huh? Like what is so special? But then you know, my boy was telling me, he was like, yeah. But then picture like Basquiat, like his paintings. His paintings really only blew up when he died. You know what I'm saying? Or like what's that dude? Oh man, Ross. Bob Ross, right. So I believe he died, if I'm not mistaken, right.
Yeah.
Same thing. His paintings really like exploded when he died. You know what I'm saying? Everyone knew he was a great painter. Like, do you really know who Bob Ross is? I only know him because he died. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of the same concept. Like it's, you know, if you get that like for whatever reason that monkey was like the poppin' one. I'm not the guy that's gonna tell you why this picture of this remote, this right here. Trust me, bro. $5 million. Like I'm not that guy. I couldn't tell you why.
I just don't know why people are paying $5 million for something digital.
Pokemon cards and all.
Something digital.
Supply and demand.
Digital. I mean, yeah, it'll last forever now because of the internet. But like technically, it's just ones and zeros to me.
It's ones and zeros.
It's not physical, bro. This ain't physical.
And I mean, listen, we're laughing about it now.
Oh, but like,
but it's gonna be the future.
No, I believe
it will be the future. Like, dude, have you seen this whole metaverse stuff? You haven't looked into the metaverse?
Is it the Facebook one or something else?
I mean, yeah, essentially. Okay. But, dude, like, this is a whole world. This just crazy. Like,
it's gonna be like Ready Player One.
Basically, you know, like, all right, for instance, right? Let's say, like, I can. It's kind of like NFTs, where I get the concept, but for it to truly register in my mind, I'm like, dude, that sounds like complete futuristic. Like, how, like, all right, for instance, I can literally pop on my Apple glasses because Apple's coming out with their new glasses, you know, or the Oculus, and literally be sitting in my living room having a conversation with you on the couch, like as if we're sitting right next to each other, having this podcast, but I'm sitting here and you're in your own house. Like, that is wild to me, and the fact that like it sounds so futuristic and like far-fetched, but it's like, dude, we have self-driving cars now. Dude, I was at the mall earlier and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna summon me an Uber. Where's my phone? Like, you know what I'm saying? Summon me a ride. Like, dude, I literally, dude, I was on my phone, got the Uber, told her where to pick me up. From where I was at, found my way walking out the mall. The second I walked out the mall, here she comes pulling up. Same time. Like, it was like magic. I was like, dude, you're here. Cool. Perfect timing, you know? Like, that's the future. Like, dude, I was looking, what was it? I mean, I'm assuming a lot of cars have them now, but like newer cars. But like, dude, these cars can literally parallel park for you. That's wild. That's the future. Dude, this new, I remember back in the day, what was it, like Knight Rider, and you know when they had little phones and you could talk on your phone. 007, that's an iWatch. You know what I'm saying? FaceTime video, like we take that so for granted, but it's like, dude, that's wild. Like, dude, I remember the phone of Pong. Like, do you remember? Were you old enough for Pong? The Nokia phone?
The Nokia high brick one you talking about?
Yeah, the little big brick one.
That one.
Right.
I actually saw your mom's old cell phone the other day. The LG one?
Right.
Yeah,
Right. Like, dude, do you remember that game Pong?
Yeah.
With like, it was like one. Right. And then you had to go up, it come down. Right. Like, or Snake. Right? Like, dude, everybody mama played Snake back in the day. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, to now, dude, have you seen the graphics on the PS5? That's the future. Like, dude, that's wild.
NBA players sweat.
Right. There's sweat on NBA 2K. Like, you know, like, bro, you can get tired in the game. Bron is tired. Like, take him out the game, rest him. Like, back in the day, no, you could go full speed every play. Like, what do you mean your player got tired? No, it's the next play. Like, he's back. Like, what do you mean he's like, dude, the future's here. You know what I'm saying? So, like, there's this whole metaverse and NFTs and crypto. You know, I think everyone should take some time to learn it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm the professional on it. You know, I invest in crypto. Two in particular, Ethereum and Bitcoin. All the other ones, I've had the Doge. I made my money on it, sold it. I don't really see that having too much like real life implications. I don't see that that's going to be the coin of the future. You know, I've had the XRPs and all the other ones, but you know, actual real life uses, I think Ethereum and Bitcoin. Those 1 and 2.
I'll add Litecoin too.
Litecoin, probably. Yeah. I'm not down. I'm pretty sure there's others.
Everything else is just gonna be like another business,
right?
I mean, you know,
right?
Like, okay, these are all the smaller tech companies out here, but the big ones are Facebook, Apple, so like Bitcoin, Ethereum.
If you can find you, for lack of better words, FANG. If you know what FANG is? Facebook, Apple, Netflix, Google.
Oh, okay.
FANG Tesla. If you can find
Amazon.
Microsoft. I'm sorry, Amazon.
You can add so many companies
right.
to that too.
But like those are like, if you invested in those core, and yeah, you can add Microsoft in there. You invested in those core stocks, you won. Facebook, Apple, Google, because Google's ticker symbol's Alphabet. Yeah. So Netflix. What's the other G? what is it? Forgot it, but whatever. And
Yeah.
Tesla, right? If you invested in those, you won. Same thing with crypto. Bitcoin, Ethereum, you said what? Litecoin. I don't know. Maybe Doge makes a comeback. Who knows? Whatever. If you can invest in those top, whatever it's going to be, I just personally think it's going to be Bitcoin, Ethereum are going to be at least the two of them.
Yeah.
So figure out what the other three are, you'll be set. So,
Always good to diversify your portfolio. You don't think so? I think so. Across like stocks, crypto, like stocks, stocks, crypto.
Okay.
Real estate.
Okay.
That's what I meant.
Okay.
Diversify
Yes.
your portfolio.
That's a slippery slope. Okay, yes in that aspect, but if you're talking about within the same asset class,
No.
so
No.
Okay.
I didn't mean like I didn't mean
100 different stocks.
No.
That's foolish. Just get it. I'm saying NFT. ETF. Right? Yeah, just get an ETF. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of foolish to me. So when people say diversify, if that's what they're thinking diversifying is, there's actually a limit where if you bought too many stocks, it actually starts to hurt you more than it would help you. Because now opposed to you putting, let's just say you had $1,000, right? And you could have put that full 1,000 into Microsoft, but instead you put $50. You spread that 1,000 across all these different stocks.
Some
Like
of them are gonna fall, some of them are gonna rise a little.
some of them are gonna fall, some are gonna rise, but you're not gonna get the full impact opposed to like if you tossed majority of it into like a Microsoft that went up 10 points. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, there is an actual, I don't know the exact number, but there is an exact number where if you have too many stocks, it actually hurts your gains more than it would improve your gains. Okay. So at that point, it's just smarter to just get an ETF. So, but that all that just comes with learning, man. There's so many YouTube channels and having conversations, stuff that I've learned, mistakes that I've learned, dude. There was a point I had like 50 stocks. Like, damn. Yeah, dude, I had all kinds of stuff. I had Disney, and I still have a couple of these, but Disney and Aflac and LVMHF and company owns Louis Vuitton, Moet, Hennessy, Sephora. Still have them too, but I have one. Dude, like $700 stock, but what else? What else did I have? Realty Income and Apple and Facebook and like, dude, I had a lot, you know what I'm saying? So, and eventually, and a lot of little minor stocks in there where it was like, okay, that doesn't make sense for me to have, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing my research. This one keeps going down. Let me go ahead and get rid of it. But yeah, man, if I was you, I'd start looking into this. And I'm learning this whole metaverse stuff too, dude. Like this is a whole new. This is y'all generation. I'm just here for the ride. I'm just more interested to see like, all right, right, like where are you really gonna take it? Because like some of the videos that I saw, I was like, okay, you can tell this is like stage 1, where they're just like, all right. So the video I saw, it was like we both had the Oculus on, right? Mm. I can see you, you can see me. You're in your house, I'm in my house. And we both went to like a comedy bar, and it was like a bar, and it was a bunch of people. Like, you ever seen the game Roblox?
Yeah.
It kind of looked like that, so a little bit more realistic than that, but kind of the same concept. And it was like a bunch of people were here, and there was a comedian on stage, and he was doing his comedy routine, and you're sitting there like as if you're there. Yeah. But I'm in my room, like, and I'm talking to you, like, hey Kev, oh man, this is funny, like, and the guy's on stage, and we're both looking at him. It was just like, is this what this is coming to? Like, Kev, you want to go out tonight? You want to go to the bars? All right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is this really what this is coming to? Like, this is crazy, and I'm not even like, I'm interested to see, because it's stage 1, yeah. And how I said, like, they have the Oculus, you know, I can only imagine when Apple comes out with their glasses or when Microsoft comes out with their glasses. Like,
me and Microsoft Ben have their own glasses.
oh, see, so even that, like,
it's not. It's different though. It's for different use cases.
okay, right.
Yeah.
See, I know Apple, if I'm not mistaken, is supposed to come out with their glasses. But yeah, you know, like when it comes to like Apple, dude, like when they come out with their glasses, who's to say? Like, again, this is all speculation. You know, until it comes out, you know, I can sit here and say, man, it's gonna do this, 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 and this, and then it comes out, it's like that ain't what it really is, you know. but like from what I've saw, it was just like, dude, to be able to put your glasses on, and like a phone call will pop up, and I can see you in my glasses, but still be able to drive.
That's crazy.
That's wild. That's wild to me. That is the future. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like the future to me, this is a different. This is gonna be a very different place in the next 20 years.
It's so funny how movies, like, okay, maybe because they just didn't have a good rep. Like in the 1980s, they're like, it's gonna be flying cars and all this stuff. Like, yeah, that didn't happen. But now we have so much bigger things that we didn't even think of back then. That
Right.
And you think about the movies now, and I think the movies now have a little bit better prediction
right.
of where things are gonna go.
Because they're seeing it like, okay, this is where we went. Okay, this is positive. If we keep going in this trajectory, this is probably where we're gonna get to in the movies now. You know what I'm saying? Right.
Much better. Like, you look at Black Mirror. Watch that
Dude, Black Mirror? Dude, then let me tell you something. Black Mirror, that show.
We should have put that in the top list. Oh, but it's just not really it's not.
Nah.
Oh, what? Oh.
No, I'm not putting that in the top 10.
Okay.
No, great show.
That's a good show, yeah.
Not a top 10 show. Right. That show gave me nightmares the first time I watched it, dude. Like, dude, so check this out, right?
The first and the second season went hard.
Dude, the first episode, I was like, I couldn't even sleep. I was so like.
Wait, which one was that one again?
That was the one with the dude with the pig.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was like I was so like, what did I just watch? Like, did this dude? Wait, what? Like, dude, I was blown away, dude. I was just like, dude, like, I don't even understand what I just watched here. Like, dude, Black Mirror, that show was different. That is a different show. So, but yeah. But yes, definitely when it comes to the future, bro. Black Mirror is it.
Yeah, and that's the negatives, the faults with where we're going. You know, I think about everything. Everything's a slippery slope. Look at Terminator, you know, Skynet, and all these automated things. You know, automation, self-driving is great. Robots are great, but then you look at the other half. It's like we have to properly control these things, because if we don't, it's gonna be out of hand.
Yeah.
Thank God that like the worst thing that we ever had, which is nuclear weapons, have never really been used.
Right.
If humans really were,
right.
Because we're extreme, right? We do negative things, things all the time. If we actually went to a nuclear war, we'd be all dead.
Right.
So at least we know that. Okay.
Foolish. Like that to me makes no sense. You guys made weapons that you can't use. That if you were to use, another country has the same weapon, that you just wipe out everyone. So why even make them in the first place? Humans. Yeah, that's what we do. That's why the Eternals they decided to just back off. I don't know how you don't like the Eternals. All right,
know, bro.
How do you not like the Eternals, dude? That movie was hard, dude.
Because first of all, it makes you think about, like, we get it. The Marvel Cinematic Universe is becoming way too full. But it makes me think about just like, where were you in here? Where were you in here? Where were you in here?
They said it.
I know, but it gave them too much. It gave them too much credit. It made humanity look hella dumb. It did. It's like, oh, everything, all the technological advancements was because of me. When Fastos made the nuclear weapon, right?
Okay.
Oh, humans didn't do any of this crap.
Right.
Humans didn't know how to make a fire because the Eternals know how to make a fire.
Okay.
It's like, what the fuck? No, humans are good on our own too. You know what I'm saying? We are smart beings. We can do some of this stuff without them interfering so much.
that's the only part
No,
why
that's
you
one
didn't
of the
care
points.
for it?
Second part was literally the man left right before the final battle, bro.
I know, that part I was like, where's he at?
Yeah.
I was like, he had like he was probably like the fourth strongest of all of them.
What was his power again?
He could shoot. He could shoot he kind of could like shoot it through his hands, right? Like the strongest one was the King of the North, the guy, the guy from Game of Thrones, right? He was the strongest one.
What? No. Oh yeah, him. Oh yeah.
Then I would say it was probably the dude who was with Angelina Jolie.
Oh, the Sprite.
No, not Sprite.
No,
Sprite.
Andrew was the Angelina Jolie.
The dude.
Fastos. Like no.
No, the guy he had like he could like make like he would punch you.
That guy.
Yeah. Right. Then I'd say Athena, which was Angelina Jolie.
Okay.
Then that dude who could shoot stuff from his hands. But like,
I thought the girl that turned stuff into was pretty good too.
Which one?
She sent the stuff into water stuff with like different things.
Yeah.
Because you can't really turn anybody, but you can turn objects into different things.
Okay.
So somewhere on that chart.
Or the girl who can run really fast. Because unless you can catch her, she can really mess you up. They all had different. I don't know. Their powers were different. It was unique.
It's just, it was like, okay, they're gonna die. You already have some of them dying. Like, okay, so they're not important anymore. And then you got the guy who left at the middle. So I guess the final battle wasn't important to him. And then you just didn't give them too much character development. Since there was so many, it was hard to actually feel like I felt. The only person I felt for was the main girl. You know,
you can't have character development because it showed their whole story. They were created.
No, I meant for each person about like something about the overall team you got. But I meant like, what's cool about Sprite? Nothing. I don't know about you. Or you just wanted to pair with the guy because you liked him. Like, what the hell? That's no motivation. It needs to be a good plot to a movie.
Okay.
Like, I mean, with me, I'm a movie buff. So I look at the two sides of things. I look at the one side that's like, okay, is this movie up to par? And like, is this a good movie? Is it a good plot? Does it have good sound mixing? Does it have good visuals? Does it have good actors, actresses? I look at it like that because I like making films too.
Right.
And then look on the other half. Is this enjoyable to watch? Does it is it cool? Like, do I like it? Am I having a good time? Like, enjoying it? You know, look at that half. On one of the halves, I thought it was like probably like a 7 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10 in the enjoyable half.
Okay.
On the movie half, I give it a 4 out of 10, just because the plot just wasn't there for me.
Okay.
You know, and you got a big giant thing in the ocean. Did anybody mention that in any of the other movies? No. Do you think it could be brought up before? No.
Remind me again. Big giant thing in the ocean.
Yeah, because the eternal, no, not eternal, the thing that was coming out of the
right. Okay.
Ice or something or stone.
What about it?
Is that mentioned in any of the other movies?
No, because
is the guy in the sky that came in and took them all out mentioned in any of the other movies?
Okay, yes, that is true. Yeah. But now, okay, for instance, just like with what's that guy? Loki. Who's gonna be the main bad guy now? Hey, did you watch Loki?
No, but I know you talking about that guy. He who remains.
He who remains.
Yeah, Kang
the Conqueror. He wasn't mentioned in any of this. I to the best of my knowledge, it was Thanos was the god of all gods, or the titan of all titans, the destroyer of worlds. Like, who's this Kang the Conqueror? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like there's a whole other section. So yeah, I get So yeah, dude. Like maybe they're just bringing it up. Like that little thing that came out the ground was buried someplace in the earth. No one knew. So I don't know. I like those movies. I like all Marvel movies.
I do like Marvel movies too. It's just that one was just one of my least favorites out of
Okay.
It's like I wouldn't put it as far down as like Thor: The Dark World or anything like that. But it's just not one of my favorite movies. You know what I'm saying? Black Widow I haven't even seen.
Dude,
I just
Black
skipped it 'cause
Widow.
I was like, I don't even need it. It was in a time where I was like, I don't really want to go to movies. I don't want to really take a break from Marvel movies.
Yeah.
And then I was like, Shang-Chi's in. That looks dope.
Shang-Chi was dope. That one was dope.
Spider-Man was dope too.
Doctor Strange is coming out with number 2.
Ooh, I'm excited for that one.
And we can't even talk about Marvel if we ain't talking about this new Spider-Man. Yeah, that new Spider-Man was hard. Dude, that new Spider-Man was so hard, dude.
Were anybody doing anything in the audience for you? Or not
I mean, when all 3 of them showed up, spoiler. Can I say that?
Yeah, it's pretty good now. Yeah.
Okay,
It's been like a month.
Yeah, if they ain't seen it by now, then I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, when all 3 of them showed up, it was like, dang! Like, dude, everybody in the audience was like, oh! Yeah, like, I was like, dude, that part was dope. So, yeah, Spider-Man, that was like the movie of the year, man. Yeah. I was hyped over that.
I walked away from that movie, bro, like, what did I just watch? That was it for me. I was like, what went on?
Right.
Everything that I asked for happened.
It happened, yeah.
It happened so beautifully.
Right.
As a movie, I gave that thing like a 8.5, a 9 as a movie.
8.5, huh?
Yeah, in terms of like plot.
That wasn't a 10 for you?
As a movie in terms of plot, because you got to think about the ending. You know what I'm saying? The ending confuses. I'm not thinking about it that much anymore. Which is weird because I'm thinking about the tunnel so much.
Right.
I'm not thinking about the ending of that. Like, how does he still have an ID or how does he have that? You know, but it'll probably be explained in later movies. Which is what happened to Eternals too. But it was just Eternals ending was way too big for me to even like, why did Big Man show up in the sky? Nobody mentioned it earlier anywhere. But with this one, it's like, oh, they don't even know who Spider-Man is anymore. So why does it even matter?
Right.
But as like an enjoyable movie, 10 out of 10 across the board. That bitch was dope. I saw the opening night, 4 p.m.
Yeah.
Bro,
people were all dressed up.
You see my picture on my story?
Yeah.
Spider-Man dressed up, bro. I was like, I can't wait to see that in the movie. Bro, that bitch was lit, bro. When Andrew came through first, I was like, who the heck is... Why does Tom Holland look like that?
Dude, and I knew it too, dude. You know, that's the crazy part, right? Because I was telling my homie, he was like, man, like, this movie's about to be dope. Like, what do you think's going to happen? I was like, they're going to bring in all of them. I was like, I know they are. Because with the multiverse, there's too many ways that, like, Marvel could go any way that they want now. Like, so I was like, dude, they have to bring all 3 of them. So when I first saw, like, he opened up the little portal, and I was like, that's not the regular one. I was like, that's a different Spider-Man, right? And then all of a sudden he starts walking through. I'm like, I knew it. That's it. Oh. I was like, dude, that movie was dope, man.
And
that was
my friend
dope.
Was like, that's Andrew. I was like, no.
Oh!
Yeah,
dude.
I love that movie, man.
Right.
I'm gonna buy it on Blu-ray, even though I don't be really buying stuff on
Blu-ray.
Blu-ray. I have 3 Blu-rays. I got Wonder Woman because I really like that movie. I got Logan. And then I'm gonna get Spider-Man.
Okay.
Logan was good. You never seen that?
Yeah,
one?
Logan was tight.
Was
you talking about the one with the little girl or?
Yeah, with the little girl.
Okay, yeah. Logan was dope.
It was dark, and I was like, I like it though.
Yeah.
So Marvel been making some good movies so far. I can't wait for them to put in the Fantastic Four in that bitch. I can't wait for when they have X-Men in this bitch too, because they got pretty much everything back.
Wait, X-Men in what? In Marvel?
Yeah. And Fantastic Four, they have the rights back to make the movies.
Right. That is true. Okay.
The new Blade's gonna come out too with Mahershala Ali.
Is it Mahershala Ali? Why does that sound so familiar?
It's the tall black actor. He was in Moonlight. He was in Green Book. I don't know. He's popular everywhere, but he's gonna be. The new Blade.
He was in. It's another Marvel superhero movie.
He was in
Luke
Cage. Yes, Cottonmouth.
Was it Luke Cage?
Yeah.
Logan Cage, Luke Cage.
Yeah.
Why am I thinking Street Fighter, Luke Cage.
No, you
Luke Cage. Are you sure is that his name?
Yeah,
Luke Cage?
yes,
That
yes,
was
yes.
it. He was Cottonmouth.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
he's gonna be
okay,
new
okay.
Blade. So
Right.
it's gonna be
Okay.
good, though.
I
I'm
can see
excited.
that. I can see him being a Blade. Yeah, that's gonna be hard.
Which
Okay.
bring like Wesley Snipes for like alternate universe.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Wait, I was Blade before.
Yeah, I was Blade. Yeah, dude. So, all right.
It's gonna be good. I'm excited for what they got coming next. Man.
Right,
Next
right.
year's gonna be a good year.
Right.
With all the shows that they got lined
I mean,
up.
can we
and
say
stuff.
this year? Is there not a lot of stuff coming out this year?
Oh, I meant Is that it this year?
You said next year.
Oh, look
I'm
at
like,
me.
we
I'm
are still in the
already
beginning of this year.
Yeah.
Like, we could get some good movies out of this year.
No, you're right. 22 is where it's at.
Right,
22.
right.
23 gonna be good too, but they
Right.
only have like 2 movies announced for next year, I think. Or 2.
So far.
Yeah, so far.
Right,
They'll
right.
put out more.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's gonna be good.
Man, I don't know. I just saw Power. Force. Dude, I can't. You gotta watch Power. You gotta watch Power, dude. Power, that's top 5. That's top 5. No particular order.
Yeah.
And anybody could debate me on this. Game of Thrones, Power, Dexter, Breaking Bad, The Wire. Top 5. No particular order. And if you put Power in without The Wire, that's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. The Wire was like the coldest real life show I've ever seen. Because it was just so like, all right. So without kind of giving stuff away, but like season 1 was like just the drug game. You know, all right, these are the players. This person sells drugs. Those kids sell drugs. Season 2, it was like, okay, let's use the drug cocaine, right? Cocaine is grown from a plant. That plant is not grown here in America. It's not sustainable to grow out here, right? It's grown in like tropical climates, Colombia, Mexico. So the only way it can get here is either by boat or by plane. And the last that I checked, I ain't know any black people, no boats, no planes. So how is it getting in black people's neighborhoods? Don't make sense. Season 2 is talking about like how it got here. Mm-hmm. Season 3 was talking about like the school systems, right? Like we were fortunate enough, we went to, you know, a good school district. We went to Edawanda school districts, you know, but you don't think about the people who went to like, and I mean, I don't know if the school district's bad, but let's say you went to Compton. Yeah. How was that school district? What if you're not getting the new books that you need? What if you're not getting the new computers, the tablets or the iPads or the newer equipment to help you to better yourself? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like at Awana, we were lucky. You know what I'm saying? We came out here and Edawanda has a brand new stadium. You know what I'm saying? But what if we weren't in a school like that? How would you be as a person? You know what I'm saying? Like, would college really be a thing for you? What if you're in a different environment? Season 4 was talking about like the politics of it, right? Where it was like it started talking about like the mayors and the governors and like the people who really run the town. The people who like, oh wait, who wants to open up a laundry shop in our city? Like, you pay me this is under the table, we'll let that slide. That's how you launder your money through here. It was just like, and one of the coldest sayings they said in it, right? One of the detectives, he said, you follow the drugs, you find drug dealers. Follow the money, who knows where it goes? Where does drug money go to? Where are they spending their money on? Who are they bribing? It was The Wire. That's a cold show. It's not the most fast paced. It's not like a Power. It's not a Game of Thrones. But it really sits you down and you're just like, wow, like that's that episode made me think that like that episode really that the wire is cold. Power, just the power universe is that and they have that's what's called the power universe. Like you have power, you have the one Tyreek, you have Kanan raising Kanan. You have Force, which is with Tommy. Like, dude, this power is cold. Power is cold. Like that's a cold show. Game of Thrones. Every episode except for the last season. Every episode. The Game of Thrones was one of the coldest shows in the game until the last season came out.
They just didn't. Because they didn't have any material to really base it on.
Yeah, that last season was just it was disappointing. It was disappointing. There's no way to put it. It was disappointing, but great show. Still made it into my top 5. Dexter. Dexter's a cold piece. Dexter, the way he was doing what he was doing, I was like, dang, like Dexter's this guy's he's nuts, or like I don't know if you remember, I remember on the gram, it was like there was you seen Dexter, right?
I haven't, but I've been wanting to watch it though.
So you said I can curse on here?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a guy, right? He said he finally found him, right? He was like, "Surprise, motherfucker."
Oh, that's where it came from.
So a bunch of people started making memes and shit.
That's where this came from. I didn't know.
Yeah, that's Dexter. Yeah.
Wow.
He was like, "Surprise, motherfucker. Hot fries, motherfucker." Dude. But yeah, that came from Dexter. So yeah, Dexter was good. And then what I say my 5th one? Oh, Breaking Bad. Because Breaking Bad, I just like the fact that, like, he was just an average Joe. He was an average dude that just had some bad luck happen to him. And he said, you know what? No, enough is enough. And I know how to make this specific drug. You know how to sell it? Let's make a little bit of extra money. And then it was just like, you just got to a point where you start running stuff. And it was just like, dang, like that can be anybody. Like anybody can have a goal or a dream. You thought about going to school and now you're a couple months from graduating. Now it's a reality. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody can want to achieve something and truly go out and just get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I like that show. So, but yeah, man, Breaking Bad, that was definitely a good one for sure. But yeah, now I'm just like, nothing catches my eye. One, I don't have time. Like, I'm always working, so I don't even. I'm here to make money now.
You're working to get this beautiful place.
Right,
here,
yeah,
level up here.
Yeah. Shoot, man, bills got to get paid here, so.
A little bachelor pad.
Oh, man, a little something. So, but yeah, man, that's, that's, if there was any shows, I'd say, man, those are it. So you got 8 out of me so far. So 2 more. If I was to round off the top 10, I'll let you know. Yeah, I can think of.
Yeah, because you're gonna replace stuff. Once you get down to that bottom one, you'll be like, actually, we're gonna take
this one out, pop that one in. Yeah. I can't even think of 2 more right now off the top of my head, but yeah, man, there's a lot out there for sure, So.
Well, just to finish up, the discussion today, is there any, based on, an experience that you had either at the bank or, at the postal service, is there any big, experience that's, been changed, that's changed you or affected you, or, that's made you think about? Something that we could take away from you?
I would say, if you're going to work to get your time back. Don't let these jobs suck your soul and work you 60-hour weeks, and I'm not saying to not work hard, but the older I'm getting, like I'm not in my 20s anymore, and that flew by. And when I was in my 20s, when I was 21, 22, you can tell me when you're 30, you're going to think this. You just have to get here, and then you'll think it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hit my 30s, and I'm just like, time is so important. Because you're not getting younger, I'm not getting younger, and these jobs take up 8 hours of your day, 9 hours if you have an hour lunch, 30 minutes to commute to work, 30 minutes back. That's 10 hours of your day, and you're sleeping for another 8. I don't sleep for 8. If you do it, the average Joe who sleeps for 8, right? That's 18 hours of your day. You have 6 left. Yeah. What are you doing with that extra 6? You know what I'm saying? Are you sitting down? I mean, we talked a lot about shows right now. I watched all those shows a long time ago, but, other than that, are you working on your craft? Are you working on improving yourself? Are you studying the stocks, to get you out of that 9 to 5? Because you're a number to these companies. I don't care if you're the number one employee. You are number one. There you go. You're number one employee. You are replaceable. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if you are going to work these 9 to 5 jobs, you should always be finding a way, whether it is to stack your money, save it, invest it, so that way you want to get to a point where you don't have to work. At least to me. Me personally, I don't want to work. Call it lazy, call it whatever you want. I want to go to work because I want to be here, not because I have to be here. That's a very big difference when you're coming to work. When you're coming to work and you're like, nah, I don't have to be here. Like, I'm here because I want to make more money so I can invest more money, because your greatest wealth building tool is going to be your income. So if in the name of the game, it's not to get rich. Like that's where people mess up, right? People think, and this is from working in the bank, people think that, if only I had $1 million, if only I had 100,000, if only I had 500,000, that doesn't matter. People spend that. You know what I'm saying? Like, people can spend that in a heartbeat. You have $100,000, you can buy a $100,000 car. A car costs $100,000. You know what I'm saying? If you can have enough assets that cover all your liabilities, Monopoly, you won. You bought enough properties. So it doesn't matter how many times you land on someone else's property, how many times you got to go out to dinner and go buy some, how many times you got a flat tire, you have enough money coming in from different sources. You won. You won the game of life. And that's what people need to understand. The only way to get there, instead of using your money on foolish, frivolous things like clothes and shoes and rims and tires and cars and nonsense, put your money into assets. And use your assets to buy your clothes and your rims and your shoes and all the other nice things that you want. I'm not against nice things, but I'm against nice things when you can afford them. So use your assets to buy those things. Yeah, that would be my biggest takeaway. Is, use your money to buy assets, and use those assets to live the life that you want. You don't need to be rich to be financially free. You know what I'm saying? And every day you should be trying to improve yourself. Every day, because these jobs, you are a number. So, but yeah, that's what I'd say.
Most definitely. Well, thank you, Travis, for coming on the pod. Thank you for welcoming me into your nice abode. It's been a pleasure here, man, to start off, the year strong with, just a great guest. So
yes, sir. Appreciate it.
If y'all trying to, listen to the podcast, y'all can listen on all y'all favorite podcast platforms, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Spotify, stuff like that. And you can also find me on YouTube, too. YouTube under 91BTV. Should be back with this in 2 weeks or a month. I don't know. Whenever we're gonna have it, you're gonna see us there. We'll catch you soon.
Peace.